Actually, the thing that really attracted me to dance was the concept of like illusion, like the idea that you can make people believe in something that isn't there. I love that. But once I got hurt and I couldn't dance and I couldn't play basketball, I couldn't really do anything in my own mind, it really made me, it really showed me how much of a blessing the body is. And that it reminded me that eventually this body will not be able to do the same things as it could. Whether it be time or accidents, right? My name is Blake Worthy. I'm a dancer, I'm an artist. I really feel like the arts, but dance most importantly, I'm biased, is a place for us to practice things that are really important for society with really low stakes. For example, in a dance class, we are practicing listening, we're practicing consent, we're practicing understanding, humility, virtuosity, in ways with really low stakes, with really low consequences. And we can take those skills that we learned and apply them to our non-artistic life, or whatever that may mean to you. And also having a way to build community that's not centered around commerce or religion even, right? So like with art making, especially a collaborative project like dance, we have to kind of build a collective imagination around something and believe in each other that we can do it. And there's nothing more community building than believing in each other. That's what I'm doing when I'm teaching dance. Hopefully I'm building a community that can sustain itself. I grew up in Memphis, Tennessee, and my dad and his cousins were street dancers, like you got served style. And I kind of picked it up from them. Like I was trying to see what they were doing like in the barbershop or whenever they met up. And it was a good time. It was really, really good. So I started just kind of moving my body when I was little. Fast forward, I'm in high school and I'm still picking up dance. The first formal dance thing I ever learned was called a salsa rueda. But I kept dancing, kept with this street thing, all the while I'm playing basketball, right? And there's this one day, I'm in the gym, I'm like getting my reps out, getting my shots up, and then one day, my knee just gone. Like my right knee was just out of there. And I'm just sad. And I was like, dang, what am I gonna do? I remember like just laying down on my air mattress in my room being like, I just wanna move. And I also realized how much of my joy was tied to moving the body. So once I started rehabbing my knee and like with ballet and dance, it became very precious. But not serious. It became precious. I don't want to get that conflated. There was always a lot of joy. There was always a lot of play. There was always a lot of freedom, but there always was an intensity. There was always a fervor for it. I do think when you are dancing, right, the rules for interaction or communication are a little bit different. You're a little bit more free to experiment, but you're also free to be really specific. Like for example, I do like this dance thing where I dance with my face, right? And you can like see it in somebody's face when they're like in the zone, but you can also kind of see what kind of zone they're in, and being able to pick up on that kind of communication, this nonverbal communication is a way to get freer, right? So not everything we say has to do with words. And not everything we feel can even exist in words. And dancing is a way to connect to that. Dance is inherently a language of freedom. And I think the more that we attach to it, the easier it is to go to that free place when we're under duress, when we're in grief. So, for example, I really truly feel if we're connected to dance, if we're connected to our bodies, when we're grieving, we can really let ourselves grieve. And I think being able to connect to your body allows you to connect to that honesty, allows you to be more present with yourself and other people, which has a ripple effect. It inspires other people to be honest and more present with you, which is what we hoped a community to be. Today I'm going to give you guys one of my favorite exercises. It's kind of related to how you see like mimes do like this wall thing. It's a similar idea, but instead of like moving back and forth, you're going to rotate away and towards it, whatever that means. So the more you can like believe in this rotational miming, the more other people will believe it as well. And the reason why I like this exercise is because it really can connect you to your own body. That when you feel like, okay, when you have this imaginary resistance, like how can I, work around it? How can I make it more real as an obstacle for me to kind of not necessarily defeat, but explore? What can this obstacle teach me? And that's one of the reasons why I really enjoy this exercise. So this is something that's primarily done with like hands and feet, but it can also be done like with your head. Like what would it mean for like your head to like kind of try to maintain? It's difficult, but it's fun, I promise. So at your own time, at your own pace, with your own music, go right ahead, go for it. So, y'all ready? Let's do it. So I'd really like to start simple with this. So maybe I do a little back and forth and I'm rotating. I'm really trying to feel my feet on the floor. So like the more specific I am with the rest of my body, the more I can like feel these other things. Oh, I like that. I like this. This is fun. I feel like, I like that. I'm stealing that. Anything I give anyone is really for you to connect to your own body. It's easy to let our cell phones, our job, other people suck our minds out of our bodies, and we neglect ourselves. So for me, dance, really any exercise is about understanding your body in space and understanding what your body means to itself.